Hi everyone, my name is Julia Tang and I'm a physical therapist. I'm here today with a set of exercises for people who have strained their adductor. If you strain your groin or your inner thigh muscles, those are your adductor muscles. It can often occur if you're sprinting or if you're doing like a lot of quick cutting, changing of direction, like a lot of side to side, or especially a lot of twisting or drop stepping. I see that happen a lot with some of my friends and teammates. This is going to be a circuit of exercise to just try and rebuild some of that muscle strength and get you on the road to recovery. So just a quick note about muscle strains in general. This applies to the adductor. It's also going to apply to any other muscle. Usually if you've strained a muscle, it's a little bit overstretched. So you don't want to continue really stretching excessively something that has been already overstretched or overstrained. So you can do a little bit of light adductor stretching, but you don't need to like really stretch into that adductor. It might temporarily make it feel better, but in the long run, we really want to build up that muscle strength, not just stretch out those fibers that have already been overstretched. If you want to know more about managing acute soft tissue injuries, I really recommend checking out the Peace and the Love acronym. This was put out by the British Journal of Sports Medicine in about 2020, so check the video description for that link there. So these three exercises, all you're gonna need is a little bit of space on the ground. You need something to put your foot up on, like an ottoman, couch, chair, weight bench, anything. And then for one of the exercises, we're gonna use a slider. I have a slider, but this can also work with either a piece of cardboard or like a smooth plastic plate on a carpet, or if you're on hardwood, you can use like a slippery sock or a towel or something like that. So the three exercises are gonna be side lying adductor raise, a Copenhagen plank, and I'll show some modifications, and then a lateral lunge with a slider. So I would recommend doing 2 to 4 rounds of this, and there will be kind of like a rep range that we go through here. Here I'm going to go through 15 side lying adductor raises, 30 seconds of a Copenhagen plank going up towards 45 seconds, and then 15 lateral lunges. So we'll show you those exercises here. So the first one's going to be a side lying adductor raise. So you're just going to lay on your side, and I will do this on both sides. I usually start actually with the unaffected side for these, so you kind of warm up the affected side. So you're just going to lay on your side, straighten your bottom leg, put your front leg in front, and this one I would do in a rep range of like 10 to 20. So I'm just going to do 15 on each side, and you're just going to raise your leg to the inside. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, keep your core nice and tight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And you should start to feel that working the inner thigh muscle here. And then we're gonna go to the other side. So get all the way on your side here, and then we're gonna go 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good. The next one is going to be a Copenhagen plank. So this is an isometric. We're just going to work the muscle in one position without moving. So I'm going to get my timer here. So you're going to put we'll start with the easier version. So you're going to put your knee up on a surface. And it's important, lift yourself up with the bottom leg, then place your leg here, lift the bottom leg, and start the timer. I'm just going to start with 30 seconds. The goal here really should be about 45 seconds, but especially if this is kind of earlier in your muscle strain, you don't want to be pushing so much so that it gets very painful after the exercise is done. If you feel it a little bit during the exercise, that's okay, as long as it's not getting to the point where you're like, wow, I really want to stop this, and it shouldn't be lingering much more than like maybe an hour, like a few minutes to an hour after the exercise. And we're gonna come down, so put your bottom leg down and then lower yourself. Sometimes if you raise and lower yourself with the top leg, that can be a bit irritating. So I'm gonna show you on the other side. To make this harder, you put the support lower down your leg. So I'll reset my timer, and I'm gonna show you the version here with your leg being supported almost at the ankle. So lift up with the bottom leg, get your position, start the timer, and we got 30 seconds. You want a nice straight body here. Try not to sag, try not to be a mountain, but you're just trying to hold Nice contraction. If this gets too hard at any point, you can put the support closer to your knee or even above your knee. We've got 10 seconds left here. Keep that bottom leg raised. You can also do some leg raises with the bottom leg if you want extra. And down. All right, very good. So the third exercise here is going to be the slider. So grab your slider, and then we're gonna start with the leg that's gonna be working more. It's gonna be both legs, but it might be probably a little bit more the leg that we're moving. So I'm actually gonna start with my right leg because I started with Copenhagen's on the right leg, and you're gonna go 15. So keep that moving leg straight, pull it back in. So this one, I would do a rep range of like 8 to, again, maybe 20, depending on how irritable you are. This is 3. So you're just going nice and slow on the way out, and then putting weight through, especially this leg, but through both legs on the way back in. I think that's 5. I'm really bad at counting once I open my mouth. Okay, 6, 7, 8, and you want to make sure you're warmed up before starting this circuit. 9, don't go into this completely cold. 10, the first one, the side lying adductor raise, should work pretty well for a warm up. 11, so you don't need to like go for a run or something before this. 12, but just make sure you don't like wake up out of bed and do this. 13, 14, 15. Usually this is a nice circuit you can do maybe toward, if you don't have time anywhere else, at the end of the night while you're like watching YouTube or whatever, just try and do this with some of your nightly routine. But again, make sure you haven't been like sitting totally stationary for hours and you get up and just immediately do this exercise, because that might be a little bit stressful for the muscles that are already stressed. All right, I got 15 on this leg. Here we go. 1, 2, and as you get to the later stages, you can do a little quick on the way out, slow on the way back. So add a little bit more tempo to it. But if you're just starting out, just keep it nice and steady. That's 5, 6, both legs should be working here. 7, I'm sweating a little bit, so it's a little mini workout. 8, 9, 10, 11, again, try and push through both legs. 12, try not to keep all this weight on the standing leg. 13, 14, and 15. Okay, very good. So typically I would try and do about 2 to 3 rounds of this so you can get back down on the ground. Maybe 2 to 4 rounds of this depending on how easy or hard it is. So get back down on the ground, and then you can do that whole circuit 1 to 3 more times here, okay? All right, hope that helps. Thanks for watching.